Hey, so listen, I was watching some of the boxing sites the other day, and I noticed like um, the 140-pound division, they have Matthias, Richard Hitchison, Gary Antoine Russell, and Teofimo Lopez. So I noticed that a lot of people are calling for Teofimo Lopez, right? You got Matthias calling for Teofimo Lopez, Richard Hitchison calling for Teo, and Devin Haney, who's at 147. Now, now, mind you, I like Richard Hitchison. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He be talking that ish. You know what I'm saying? Matias too, but Teofimo just I don't know. He's on a different. I don't know what he's on. He's just on some other stuff. He's not even like talking about nobody. But there's a boogeyman in 140, and his name is Gary Antoine Russell. Yo, nobody calls his name. Even when you listen to the interviews, like they don't like the YouTubers like they may talk about him for like 5 seconds. But I don't know if some of the other dudes like that's in the 140-pound division be like, nah, don't talk about him. Don't mention his name. I don't know. I could be wrong. But Gary Antoine Russell, he called everybody out. Like, when I mean he called them out, he calls them out. And it's like when he be calling them out, he be daring them to call his name back out. Like he be like talking like directly at the camera. And it's like, I dare you to call my name out. And when somebody mentioned his name in the interviews, dudes would be like, yeah, he's a great champion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at Teofimo, Matias, because now they're starting to call out Matias a little bit, right? But I'm like, why we never talk about Gary Antoine Russell and Richard Hitchison? Because Richard Hitchison he be talking crazy. And I like him, don't get me wrong. I do, I like him. He could fight. He, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. His energy don't be the same as when he be talking about Gary Antoine. I mean, when he be talking about Matias and Teofimo, the energy don't really be the same when somebody mentioned Gary Antoine Russell. And I just want to see somebody discuss the topic a little bit more. Gary Antoine Russell and Richard Hitchison. Like, I just want to I was trying to get on live yesterday with Greg Hackett, but something was wrong with my phone. It wasn't really, because that's what my topic was gonna be about. Like, yeah, we could talk about Boots' situation, whatever, but we gotta really talk about Gary Antoine Russell. He's the real boogeyman at 140. Like, we gotta talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about it again, because I'm not gonna let that go, and I really wanna talk about it with Greg Hackett. Shout out to Greg Hackett. We got to talk about Gary Antoine. We got to push that. We got to really stress that. You know what I'm saying? Because Richard Hitchison, he's a really good fighter. And they had their little fights in the amateurs, but forget about the amateurs. We got to talk about that more. Because Richard Hitchison he be calling out, because I know he was calling out Matthias and Devin Haney, but we can't even talk about Devin Haney because he's at 147. He got a fight coming up. Yeah. We got to talk about Richard Hitchison and Gary Antoine Russell, because Gary Antoine Russell, he's the real boogeyman around here. Like, nobody want to talk about him. And we got to see if somebody got enough heart to talk about him. Call his name out. Gary, you're the real boogeyman around town. Facts.